Hello everybody, this is Backblast. Here I am again. It's Transport Fever time. And today I promised you a miracle. I promised you, not Simple Minds, I promised you a railway. And a railway I am going to build. So we're going to build our first, in fact what, what I'm going to do is, we're going to save it. And the reason is, if it all goes pear-shaped, then hopefully I'll be able to fall back on something. Right, but we're going to build a railway. Freight station. Which one do I want? We want a single one like this? I think so. For now, we're going to build a single one like this. Now, I reckon I could get this for about 200 grand, didn't I? Ooh, 220, 220, 230. 217, East 17. Right, first one built, first bit. So it's going to come down all the way down to here. Okay, so we need another one here. We're going to just build a single thing again. We're not going for anything fancy because we want it dirt cheap. Oh, if I can get it that cheap, that'd be great. 104. Right, we now need a railway line. Standard tracks going up here. Now, the trick with trains, alright? Oh, look, stupid thing, right. Let's just get that over there. Trick with trains is to build it in small sections, alright? Because it's very easy to just go, oh yeah, all the way up there, 3 million, alright? And what it's doing is it's making cuttings, so, or embankments, and that's what you want to try and avoid. So this bit here shows you what the track's doing, and it's going up. So I can click on that and tell it to go up sharper, or I can tell it to go flat or downwards even. So we do want it to be going up all the time. Now we also don't want the money that we're spending to be lots and lots. So this is 15. All right, we want it to be dead cheap. We want to be going up towards this place, but we don't want to be building cuttings. We don't want to be building bridges. We want it to go up nice and cheap and easy. So for about this distance of track, I can get about 15 grand on that. So there we go. So let's build another bit of track. So you see what's happening with the track? See how it's gone up? We don't want that. See, 8 grand. No, we don't want it. We don't want it going down. We want to at least be either going up slightly, because, you know, we are going uphill, or we want it to be level, because in a bit that will come and bite us in the bum if we. I think what we're going to do is we're going to skirt round this place here. So where are we? We probably need to be coming up a little bit. 68 to 29. There's a big difference there. You can see the problem we've got. See, it's trying to build tunnels now. This is not what we want. So this is costing 364. Wow. And it's because we're trying to build a big cutting. No, we don't want to be building a big cutting. See, that's 50 grand, that's 80 grand. So I'm just trying to meander the track up a little bit. Which is a shame, because it means I can't put a station next to there and eventually use that. Well, I can, but, you know, how much... It's a big cutting, that. It is trying to... Yeah. Ooh, careful. Right, so we have choices when it comes to roads and things. So we can build it at the same height as the road, or we can build a bridge to go over the road. A new vehicle. What's a Landau? There you go. This is going to go across the road, so Any trucks will have to stop for the train. So where am I heading for? Up there. So where do I go with this hill? Am I going this side of it? I think so. And it's a steady increase all the way. So we're doing all right here. Keeping it a steady increase. You know, this little incline is what I'm trying to do. And the idea is that you try and keep it like that, so that your track is going up. But you see what's happened here. Even though it's still going up, the ground is going up quicker. So we're having to build a cutting here. But that's fine. We're going to build a little cutting is fine. See, at this point, there's no cutting at all. We're back on level ground there. Right, 168 can go over there with that. You sit over there. Stop being annoying for a second. See, that's saying 24. See, I don't want it going up that high. So let's just knock it down again. So we've got a nice embankment here. 33. That's pretty good. And now we need really to be coming up to this. So what does that do? 331,000. There's not a lot I can do with that really. There's a bit here actually. There's a big cutting here. So we can maybe do something with this. So we need to be coming up here, don't we? And maybe we do it a bit steeper. And maybe we meander the track a little bit more. So it's 35 grand, 28 grand. Come on, where are you? There we are. Saying 283. Let's get this coming down here. I mean, that's as steep as I can bring it down. Oh, no, it's not. That's as steep as I can bring it down. Whoa, we've got it. There you go. That's our train track built. As well as the track, we're going to need a depot for trains. Okay, now it pays to put these away from the towns. Believe me, it pays. And you need a nice... Oh, that's a bad spot. Why have you put it there, you fool? All right, well, it needs the reason I was complaining is I put it right next to a road. Now you need to be careful with this, alright, because that's joined up, alright? But if you look at that, and you're not going to be able to see it because of the 44 on it, but that track isn't actually joining. It's like it's going across. It's not actually joining onto this track. So I'll move it and show you what it should look like when it... There you go. You see how it now joins? That's what you want. So what we're trying to do is get that doing it in both directions. Let's have a look at this, see what it looks like. So is that doing it? Yeah, that's joining on. Too much curvature, it's saying. Too much curvature. So this is a problem. Okay, road vehicle over there, please. So this is why I was complaining before. I've built it too close. So let's just get rid of that. And we're going to start from up here, I think, and try and do it like this. No, it's not going to work. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. What I could do is maybe build like this. And then have this coming in like that. So we've got two road crossings, but there you go. Right. So what we're going to do now is we need to set up the same as you do with a road route. But this is going to be oil, and it's going to be going from here. So what we're going to do now is set up a route. Line manager, let's have a new one. Beautiful. It's called line 2, and it's going to be going from here Attleborough Annex. Down to here. Chester-le-Street Central. Alright, that's my route. We're going to fill up and then we're going to empty. Okay, that's the route. It's going to be called Oil to Refinery. Good, that's set. Alright, where's my train depot? Let's buy a train. Ho 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 ho! Right, I might need to just look at something first. So I didn't check this when I looked at it. I don't know how long this is. Oh, it's going to be the minimum length, isn't it? How long is the minimum station? It's 160 meters. I've set it up at. Right, because I didn't change it when I built it. So 160 meters. So, buy a train. Woohoo! We've got trains. We want one that's going to take oil. I think all of these will do that. Wagons are the bits that you pull behind the train. So we've got tankers, and there's various others for various other materials, like cattle go in the boxcar, I think, and these carry things like goods or tools, and these are passenger ones. There's multiple units which are, there aren't any at the moment, but they, I think, have like a coal and then a something else, but we haven't got any of those. Like this has got coal and yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet. Let's wait and see. So what do we want out of these? We don't want this. It's really old. 1897, 1908. It's 1891 now. I haven't got that much money to spend, actually. That's $1 million. That costs $1 million. Right. So what do we do? So this does. It's going to be going to 37 miles an hour, and it costs 181 grand a year. 37 612 181. Right, so that one's faster and it's cheaper. 119 for 25 miles an hour. That one cost 119, 25 miles an hour. 64 grand a year. What was the 64 grand a year? 31 miles an hour, pulls 218 tons. Right. What can I actually afford? So 119. If we try and keep it under 100 grand a year, although it looks like anything under 100 grand a year is not going to be pulling much. That does 28. That only got 68 horsepower. We don't want that. There seems to be a gap. So those top two we're definitely not interested in. So this pulls 177, 122, 386, 200, 500, 600. So again, there's a gap to these two. These two seem to be 500 and 600, and they are more modern, will last longer. So these 2, 3, 4, 5 in the middle, I think, are the ones that I'm interested in buying. Any one of these 5. That only costs 64 grand a year. It pulls 218. Right, we're having that one. It costs 388. Let's buy that. Oh, come on, 388. Come on, give it to me. Come on, we're nearly there. It's October the 17th. We'll get to the end of October before... Right, buy. Good. We've got the Prussian. We now need some sort of wagon on it, alright? And we're going to be carrying... What? I don't want that. Is it just a passenger one? It says for freight trains. No, that's what I've done wrong, because you're a fool. And we're going to be carrying that. That's the only thing we're carrying. But this is what it says it can carry. So we want one of these. How do I know how long it is? Let's buy one. Not enough money. Oh, 218 grand? Wow, these are expensive. Hey, let's get the cheaper ones. Might only be able to afford one. In fact, what I should do is get a loan out, shouldn't I? So we re-increase the loan. Let's borrow the 500 grand back that I paid off earlier. Yeah, I can't afford many of these. I managed to get 3. So it says the train with 3 on it. Here it is. There we go. That's what I wanted. Because this tells you the length of the train. Now remember, my station is 180 metres long. I can't build a train longer than 180 metres. Alright? Come on. We're at 42 metres. So this is a length here. So it's 35 plus that. 42, so it's 7 meters long, each one of these. Right, here we go again then. I did promise you a 62 meters. Now I could probably work with this, couldn't I? We'll get one more out of it. Oh no, the money's gonna go. The money's gonna go at the end of the year. Money's going. Oh, I got one extra. 69 meters. Right, well, that'll do. It'll have to do because I'm minus 123 grand. So let's get this thing running. So the only line it's got is the oil to refinery line. So this is now heading out. And here it is. Where are you going? Why are you not going that way? Well, whatever you want. You do that then. And we're on a train. But for some reason it's going that way, and I don't know why. These road vehicles up here. That's our train. Let's not do that. Right, so Mr. Train's heading off. He's heading off in the wrong direction. And now I'm getting a phone call. So just bear with me. I'll just pause it 1 second. Hi guys, sorry about that. I know that you haven't been away long. I've been away about 10 minutes. You know, sometimes you just have to answer the phone. Right, where's my train? Alright, I need to make sure this train's working alright. Here it is. The other thing is as well, because I've answered the phone, I've no idea how long I've been recording now. Because I usually look at my clock and think, all right, I'll finish by 10:02 or whatever it is. And then you lose track of time with the old phone calls. Right, I need to swap this fella around unless I've done this track wrong. Because the thing is, it's going to take him ages to come down here, isn't it? Swap him round. Alright, that's what that button does. Swaps it round, so it'll send it going backwards. Right, the problem with this train, I went for a cheaper train, hoping to be able to get the line running and making money. If it's a cheaper one, it hasn't got much power, it might struggle to get up the hill. I mean, thankfully, it's not struggling to get up the hill with a full load. Right, so what I need to do now is I need to stop this route, because I want all the oil to be coming through here, not this route, because this route now obsolete. So Attleborough West, it's crude oil 1 to refinery. Where is that one? Crude oil 1 to refinery. So this, minus 96. We want to sell all the trucks, don't we? Send our vehicles to depot and sell on arrival. Alright. Crude oil 1 to refinery. Bin it. It's gone. Are there any other dodgy routes in here that haven't got any trains on or anything? There's one. Look, line 1. Get rid of that. Just get rid of it. What else is that? No more routes. Just got trams and stuff on. Right, okay. So now all that oil that was waiting there is now waiting here for the train to come up. Train's on its way. I can get rid of Attleborough West as well, can't I? Because there's nothing coming in. It's going to cost me money to destroy it. It's going to cost me £1,000 to destroy it. Right, the thing with this train is, as well, the thing with trains, if they're stopped in the station, they cost an amount of money. If the all the station buildings cost money, the train depots cost money, the tracks cost money because you've built them, they're yours. They cost you money. When it's running, it costs you more money because obviously you're paying for steam and sorry, you're not paying for the steam, you're paying for the coal and the maintenance on it and the guys driving it and whatnot. So it does cost that. But when it gets into station, because it carries so many goods at once, it makes a lot of money. Now, I've had to, again, I've skimped on the train. You would want a train that fills this platform. You want it to fill the platform so that when it turns up, it fills the train up and then it goes and then comes back. So what it will also do is, if the demand at the other end isn't massive, are we taking it all? Is it all going? Not quite. Then it will come in and it'll wait until the demand grows and then it'll fill up and go. So we've got 40, which isn't bad. So we need to just keep an eye on this. So I need to know how much money it's going to make. It will tell me in here. So this tells me that didn't cost anything. Right, we set off. And we've not actually made any deliveries. We've done some running about. And it's cost money just to be running the train. We need to make sure that that money is going to get high enough when it makes a delivery that it's covering these costs. If it's not making enough money, I need to put more carriages on it. And they cost about 100 grand, 190 grand each or something stupid. So we need to be doing that. Alright, so let's keep an eye on our train. Let's keep a look on it. Let's go down to the other end. So remember, this is the only route now that's bringing oil down to this depot. It's quite a long train track actually. Nothing else is bringing oil in. So I can't delete that. Let's have a look at that. So that's the fuel to Chester. That's oil to plastic plant. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah. So there's nothing else. Ooh, what did I just click? Alright, yeah, I know. Right, good. Okay, so the oil is going out to the plastic plant. There is fuel going out to Chester. Maybe not as much as we'd like, but there's fuel going out to Chester. I can't buy any of these because we're minus money. Minus quite a lot of money. We need this train to come down, don't we? As I said, it's quite a long route, so it will take a while. Minus 22 grand. Here it comes, off in the distance. Toot toot. Vehicle 62, please. Here comes the train. So this is what's actually stored in the oil refinery. So there's 0 oil, but there's a request for 116 oil. We're bringing 40. I reckon we could double that, you know. Get more carriages on it. In order to do that, you need to send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better off waiting until it's been down. And then you can send the train to the depot. So you're better delivered and is on its way back, and then say go to the depot, and then we'll add some bits onto it. Yeah, it's a really short train. We could have built a much longer train. It would have cost me a fortune. Money, 480 grand. Hee hee. 480 grand. That nearly paid off the loan. Alright, look at that. In 1 year. That's how much it cost to run it. That's how much it's making in profit. Well, that's how much it's made. This bit is the profit from here upwards. Cool. Alright? Cool. So we're all good. I'm happy with that. Even with just the 40 tons it's bringing, it's going to make more money than it's costing to run. That's fabulous. Alright. So let's replace some of these because they're complaining. In fact, can we replace with anything better now? Because we have new things, don't we? So the CanStat. We're not bothering with the CanStat, are we? It seemed to cost too much. We're going with the American horse cart. Oh no, what was I carrying? Planks. Planks, you fool. Planks, don't forget to put the thing on. Or else you can end up with all sorts of trouble. All sorts of trouble. I can explain that to you, in fact. So the reason that I put the planks on rather than leaving it as generic is that you will get some places, like here for example, that will be connected to other places. So for example, this place is connected to the plank manufacturer, the place that's sending the metal in, and the plastics factory. They're all linked. It's also linked to a couple of towns where it'll be sending these out to. So Chester, for example, is taking goods from here. If any of these trucks see a quicker route or a different route, they're not set up for the exact... Say they're not set up for metal. It might be that they go to a depot here where they're picking something up or dropping something off, and they then see the goods and think, well, actually, if I move the goods to here, then the goods can be picked up by something else to go on to somewhere else. And what you sometimes find, and I've found it before with food, that if you don't set up your route correctly with the goods stipulated, you can find sometimes things like food building up. And you're not sure why there's food coming to a goods manufacturing plant, and it's because it's bringing it in, hoping that a truck will take it out to go to Newquay or whatever, and it just sometimes can mess you up a little bit. So you need to just keep an eye on it. Oh, what are you? Oh, this is. Oh, whoa. Oh, yeah. What's happening here? So, this route that I set up is now delivering both grain and cows. You have got grain and cows. What the... Oh, it's that one, isn't it? It's that route. I was going to change the trucks, wasn't I? Let's change the trucks. Let's change these. So these are now going to be the Americans, and we're going to do automatic, and this might mess it up, but you know. Go on. What are you? Not enough money. Okay. The Chester Street Oil Refinery is about to run out of its stored oil. It's down to 2. Ideally, you'd want the train arriving just as it runs out. But it's not doing, is it? It's not a long enough train. That's why. But I do want to see a profit when it arrives. I want to see that big chunk of profit. If I'm getting a big profit, I can start adding more carriages onto it. In the meantime, we're just updating this. Update it, not enough money. We're minus 86 grand. Where's my train? Where is my train? Here it is. On his way. Got 40 tons on it. Keep going, mate. You're doing a good job. I think the railway's been a success. I think I'm going to leave it there. We've got the train running now, which it seems to be making a fair amount of profit every time it comes in. And it don't come in often, but every time it does come in, it's making a fair amount of profit. So I'm quite happy that we've done a good thing here, and I'm happy enough that I can start looking at getting other trains into the game. Yeah, I am happy with that. If I'll let it come in another couple of times and just see what's happening, because I think the first few will get me more money. That'll mean we can extend the train so that we have a nice long train thing happening. So it's bringing more every time it comes through. I see it in the distance. Here it comes. Doot, doot. But we do need the train running in order to make the money, because otherwise we're going a lot into debt. So yeah, I'm fairly happy. Let's just watch it come in this time, and then hopefully it'll just cement it in my head, and I'll just think, yeah, this is the right thing. We've done a good thing, and we'll carry on with that. So in the meantime, let me just say thank you for watching the channel. I hope that you are enjoying the video. I hope that you enjoy the other videos I do, not just this particular game. The other things that I do, I hope that you like those. Hopefully there might be some other new things coming, like from Real World. I'm about to take part in a motor race, and I might be able to get a camera in the car. So we might have that on the channel at some point in the future. I don't know if that's the sort of thing you'd like to see, but it's me in a racing car. Me possibly crashing a racing car. Let's hope it's not raining. I'll tell you more about that if it does happen. But at the moment, it looks as though it will. It looks pretty promising. The race is actually going to take part end of November. So, you know, it's not going to be next week. It's going to be at the end of November at some point. You'll get that video. If I do manage to get the video in the car. Right, we've actually recovered quite a lot of the money. And it's gone up $500,000. We could probably afford to get some more carriages on this. Although that's only probably one carriage, isn't it? Let's do it. Let's send it to the depot. Send it to the depot. So it says heading for depot. Good. Good. I don't really want to spend loads of money on these fellas now, do I? I just want to... I want to save the money to buy at least one. And it might only buy me one. New oil thingy. coming all the way up here. It will go all the way in here. And there's a lot more you can do with the railways, of course, because you can put signals in, you can put an extra line next to it. There's a lot you can do, and the stations get complicated with lots and lots of different trains coming in or through the stations, and yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm using all my money on this. I might have to take more loan out. They do need replacing. It's just yeah, all my money's disappearing. Right, well, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So, like I said, I hope you enjoy it. I hope that you continue watching. If you do like it, please give me a thumbs up on the videos. That really helps. And leave comments, because that way I know that you are watching. And I reply to about 90% of the comments. I mean, some of the comments are just like thumbs up or a good video, and I'll sometimes reply to those as well. But if you do ask a question, then usually I will reply. And the other thing, the last thing I wanted to say before I go is please subscribe. It's free to subscribe. I'm not asking for any money here. It just lets me know that I've got a bigger fan base and I know more people are going to be watching the videos. And it really, really does help. So good. That's it. That's all I want to say. Next video, I'll be putting some carriages on this train. And we'll be looking at maybe starting another railway line somewhere, possibly, or maybe getting the other town, Newquay, so that it's getting all the goods, and then think about a train after that. There you go. First train in. My name's Backblast. I'll see you next time.